What's going on? I'm not Mike Hanley or Cody Newberry or anyone who does managing stuff. It's just this guy. Hi.
Yeah, there's no bit where I say you're somebody you're not, and
Well, I mean, I see if I was smart and we planned this ahead, we could have gone with that. But I kind of just came in the last second. Mike Hanley was like, "Hey, I'll give you $50 if you manage Mark in a Warzone match." I was like, "Okay, fine. I'm short on money." But I feel that this is a chance to redeem what happened last season. Because let's not forget, you made it to the semis in 2020. So I think let's go for that. Let's try and see if we can go for that semis again and see if we can go for there. But I think Will is a good player. I like him, but I think Mark is just Mark needs this win, and I think he deserves it. So, how do you feel?
I really want to win.
Don't we all? Winning is good. The W just makes you feel good, and I want Mark to feel good. So, let's hopefully we can get this W, and Will can get that L. So, let's see. Good luck.
I mean, after that intro, I'm kind of conflicted because my name has a W in it and it also has an L in it. So I'm surprised they didn't capitalize on that fact. But here I am. This is my first tournament since joining Warzone. So I really have nothing to say in terms of trash talk. I've seen Mark play. He is a very impressive player. We'll see, we'll just see what happens with this match. I'm looking forward to having some fun one way or another.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. I'm your host, Kaleb Boatman, and today we got a great match for you. We got Will Cohen going up against Mark Menchaca. Should be a good match. Will being the 12 seed, Mark being the 21 seed. Holtzman, thoughts on the match?
Will's name has two L's in it. Will. You said it has an L. There are two. So
spelling is fun.
Yeah.
To quote Taylor Swift, spelling is fun. We'll bring in our competitors.
They capitalize on neither L. I don't care how many L's.
Okay, let's move on. Round one is going to work like this. 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get all 8 right, get a bonus question, 3 repeats, and a challenge throughout the entire match. Yada, 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 hands on screen. Your first question comes in the category of animated. What 70s animated film is about a group of 8 rabbits setting out on a journey to find a new home? If they had a home, would they call it their house? Or as they would say, our house? In the middle of the street? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mark.
Watership Down.
And Will.
Watership Down.
Both correct.
All right, so we'll get into your second question, which will come in the category of recent releases. Who plays Duncan Idaho in 2021's Dune? Now, Boatman, if you were to choose a first name and then a state to be your new name, what would it be?
It would be Roberto, that pizza corner in Family Video.
I'd go with Hannah Montana personally, but that's already taken.
2, 1, pens down. I prefer Naomi, Wyoming. Let's go to Will.
Dave Bautista.
And Mark.
So Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa is correct.
But you're lagging really bad.
Okay, I will even come back. Okay, your next question, the category of classics. In The African Queen, what is the African Queen?
But yeah, while in between this question and the previous question, there was a long discussion about Duncan Idaho. and the fact that Idaho exists in space, apparently, according to Frank Herbert.
2, 1, pens down. Let's go to Mark.
Is that a boat?
And Will.
I almost said a Caleb, but I decided to go with a boat.
Ha ha, references. That is correct.
All right, so we'll get into your fourth question in the category of the 2010s. In what 2010s horror film will you repeatedly hear the quote, "Why do you spill your beans?"
Do you enjoy beans, Holzman?
Not particularly. I think that I don't know. I don't have strong opinions either way.
1,
Repeat.
pens down.
All right. I heard Mark say it before you said pens down.
Okay.
So, Mark, your repeat in the 2010s. In what 2010s horror film will you repeatedly hear the quote, "Why do you spill your beans?" But yeah, no, I am remarkably neutral on the concept of beans. Like, if you want to eat them, cool. If not,
3, 2, 1. Pens down.
What'd you say?
I'm lagging real bad. Let's go to Will.
I said Hereditary.
and Mark.
And Mark.
The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse is correct. Pause. The Lighthouse was correct. Boatman had to step away because his internet was terrible. So we brought in the next best thing, which is another person who looks just like him. So with that being said, we will get into question number 5, which will come in the category of comedy. How does Chubbs die in Happy Gilmore? So, new Boatman, how does it feel not wearing glasses?
Oh, man, I could barely read these questions, but we'll see.
All
No, I'm
right.
kidding. I can read them.
I swear, if I need to rehost this match, it's going to be insane. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will go to Mark.
I mean, I could step in if need be. Falls out a window.
And Will.
Falls out a window.
Both correct.
All right, so your next question comes in the category of biopics. Who directed Walk the Line?
I appreciate Mark's offer to step in and host. I think there might be a conflict of interest there. I think Mark is like managing one of the people playing this match. I'm not totally sure though.
Yeah.
It's
Manager
something
of the
like
year.
that. I think he's in the same faction as that, or he's in the same quadrant, so he can't have access to the document. That's what it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Will
Is it James Mangold?
and Mark.
James Mangold.
Both correct. So we'll get to your penultimate question in the category of crime. What gangster does Johnny Depp play in Public Enemies? People like to pronounce that word for the second to last question a lot of different ways. And there's people like Spence who decide to be like the third last question is your post ante penultimate super duper triple quarter pounder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Mark.
Started the match saying your 7th to last question. John Dillinger.
And Will.
I said Bugsy Malone.
John Dillinger is correct. So we will go to Dylan for the last question.
Yep, which comes in the category of Oscars. Name one of the 2 Oscars the Defiant Ones won.
Now, not to jinx the man or anything, but if Mark hits this, he will have a perfect round.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but
Well, I am, because now he can blame me instead of
perfect.
the universe. I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will go to Will.
I said best adapted screenplay.
And Mark.
I said director.
Both are incorrect. You could have had either best cinematography or best original screenplay. So, with that being said, at the end of round number 1, I have the score at 7-4. Is that what you have, Dylan?
Yes.
Okay. Before we go into round 2, I need a new marker.
All right. So at the end of round number 1, our score is Mark with 7, Will with 4. So we're going to get into round number 2. Round number 2, as always, is our wheel round. We are going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com, which has 8 different categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Our competitor in the lead, in this case, Mark, will get to choose whether he would like to spin first or defer, whichever player spins. If they like what they get on their first spin, they can keep it, or they can spin again unless they land on opponent's choice. Whatever category they end up with, they will get 5 questions, each worth 2 points apiece, or they can go to multiple choice for 1 point. But reminder that stealing is available, so if you miss, your opponent can take away those sweet, sweet points. Your categories on the wheel today are View Askew, Channing Tatum, 2000s, music, Sandra Bullock rom-coms, Matthew McConaughey, comedy, and drama. So with that being said, we will bring in Mark's manager, Jake. Would you like to spin first or defer?
You like on second, so let's go second.
Yeah, you can go first.
All right, I will remove Jake and Will. This will be your first spin at the wheel. You land on the category of comedy. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'd like to spin again, please.
All right, spinning again. Whatever you land on, you will be stuck with. You land on the category of music films. Music films. Dylan, I will have you read Will his questions in the category of music films.
Alrighty. So, Will, your first question in music. That Thing You Do takes place in what decade?
The 1960s?
4.
That is correct for 2 points. In Pitch Perfect, what is the name of the rival a cappella group run by Bumper?
The Troublemakers.
That is correct for 2 points. Who stars as Fish in The Rocker?
Rainn Wilson.
That is correct for another 2 points. What instrument does Ralph Macchio's character play in Crossroads?
And Will, can we just get your other hand up a bit? Thank you very much.
Yes. Let's go multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, a guitar, B, bass, C, piano, or D, drums.
I'm not sure I've heard of this film or even seen it, so I'm going to say bass.
3.
That is incorrect. Mark for the 1 point steal. The options are A, guitar, B, bass, C, piano, or D, drums.
Say piano.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for A, guitar.
Okay.
So, Will, your final question in music. Who directed 1954's A Star is Born?
Let's go multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A, Vincent Minnelli, B, William Wyler, C, Norman Jewison, or D, George Cukor.
Can I get a repeat of those options, please?
Yep. So your options again are A, Vincent Minnelli, B, William Wyler, C, Norman Jewison, or D, George Cukor.
William Wyler?
That is incorrect. Your options again, Mark, are A. Vincent Minnelli, B. William Wyler, C. Norman Jewison, or D. George Cukor.
Let's go with George Cukor.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
All right, so at the end of Will's turn, I have Will getting himself up to 10. Mark with that steal, getting himself up to 8. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yes.
All right, then we will bring back up the wheel. We will bring back in Mr.
The one
Menchaca
category
for
we did not want.
Mark's
is
first spin. You land on the 2000s. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Okay, I know we talked about the broad categories.
Mhm.
You're only down 2. I think you should take it. Okay, well, here's the thing. But also, the one category you didn't want is off. Do you think there's it's to tempt fate and spin again?
You know what? I don't hate this. I think I'm fine if I keep it.
All right. Go for
Let's
it.
keep it.
You're keeping 2000s?
Yeah, let's keep it.
All right, I'll remove the wheel. I'll remove Mr. Marangoni. And Mark, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of the 2000s. Your first question. In The Girl Next Door, Matthew discovers that his neighbor used to be what?
A porn star.
That's correct for 2 points. Who stars as Nick Grant in Push?
Chris Evans.
That is correct for 2 points. What is the name of Aldous Snow's band in Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Infant Sorrow.
That is correct for 2 points. Kevin Bacon, Kira Sedgwick, and Benjamin Bratt star in what 2000s film? Five, four,
Let's
three,
go multiple choice.
2. All right, your multiple choice options are A, The Woodsman, B, The Air I Breathe, C, Hollow Man, or D, Frost Nixon.
Give me the options one more time.
All right, your options once again are A, The Woodsman, B, The Air I Breathe, C, Hollow Man, or D, Frost Nixon.
Go the Woodsman.
That's correct for 1 point. And your final question. What sport does Viola play in She's the Man?
Soccer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, so at the end of round number 2, I have Mark at 17, Will at 10. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I got.
All right, then we will get into round number 3. Round number 3, as always, is our Pick Your Poison round. Our competitors are going to get to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions. The categories that they can choose from today are Mark Wahlberg, comic book movies, classics, coming of age / teen, the 2000s, the 1990s, romance, or Kate Blanchett. So with that being said, we will get our competitors to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. Our competitors have had the chance to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions. Mark has chosen his 1 in 2000s, his 2 in coming of age / teen, his 3 in Mark Wahlberg, and his 4 in comic book movies. Whereas Will has chosen his 1 in rom-coms, his 2 in 2000s, his 3 in comic book movies, and his 4 in the 1990s. We will start with Will as he is behind, and we will ask questions until he is either caught up or been mathematically.
Can I get a correction? Because it didn't say in the thing, it didn't say rom-coms, it said romance.
Or sorry, romance, yes.
Okay.
I just have ROM written down for short.
I see. Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
Yes, 1 in romance. So I will be giving Will his questions. Any questions before we get going?
No.
All right, Will, your 1 point question in the category of romance. Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman play the main characters in what classic romance film?
Casablanca.
That's correct for 1 point. we stick for your 2 in the 2000s. Who stars as Mort Rainey in Secret Window?
Johnny Depp.
That's correct for 2 points. And what a name. What a real sounding name. Your 3-point question in comic book movies. What type of object allows the turtles to travel in time in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3?
Are you looking for the name of the object, or do you want me to describe the object?
That would require a repeat. 5.
Repeat the question then, please.
All right. Your question once again. What type of object allows the turtles to travel in time in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3?
So it's a staff with a like a an hourglass pendant thing on it. They keep calling it the time staff. Can you not hear me?
He's having internet issues. Okay, so the answer that we have here is scepter. So I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the difference, but
that is incorrect. What we have here is scepter. So if you would like to challenge, you may. Otherwise,
I would like to challenge that on the basis that it's larger than the typical scepter. It is treated as a staff, and I believe they actually call it a staff at some point in the movie.
All right, we will look into it, and we will be right back. All right, we are back from the challenge. We have reviewed everything, and we have deemed that a scepter, staff, the terms are essentially interchangeable. One is just a more specific type. We'll give a full description of it and everything. So we're going to be awarding Will the 3 points. So with that being said, Will gets his score up to 16. He still does have to hit his 4-pointer. He has 2 repeats left. And you retain your challenge. So, Will, your 4-point question in the category of 1990s. What film is about a district attorney who struggles to bring a racist to justice after the murder of a 1963 civil rights leader? Five. 4.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, that is your second repeat. What film is about a district attorney who struggles to bring a racist to justice after the murder of a 1963 civil rights leader? Five.
I'm going to use my last repeat, please.
All right, your final repeat. What film is about a district attorney who struggles to bring a racist to justice after the murder of a 1963 civil rights leader? And Will, can we just get your...
Yeah. Mark, it's been a blast.
5, 4.
Mississippi
3,
Burning.
2. And your winner by way of technical knockout, Mark Menchaca. Will was close. The answer is Ghosts of Mississippi. Ghosts of Mississippi is the title of the film. So we will be going to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second place finisher, Will. Will, you played as best you could. I think just the wheel music was very clearly from your reaction, not the thing you wanted on that wheel. Still, you managed to work your way through it, and you tried to keep up, but Mark apparently saw every movie that came out in the 2000s. But thoughts on the match?
This is, the wheel giveth, the wheel taketh away, first of all. I'm not imputing anything that Mark did today. He let's just be honest, he played better than I did. If it wasn't for round 1, I wouldn't have been so hesitant of taking comedy, which I'm usually a lot stronger in. But that being said, I did hit I hit a lot more points in music than I thought I was going to. So, and I did manage to, get a lead after round 2, albeit a small one. But yeah, when your opponent, takes a broad category and runs the gamut on it, there's nothing you can do about that. All you can do is just hope for the best with these questions and, getting as close as I did, there's nothing I can do. So, it's just gonna be one of those things. I kept on wondering if, this situation happened. Well, my record just won't reflect how good of a player I am. There's plenty of people in the league like that. I'm just going to be one of them. That's fine. This was a great match, start to finish. Mark was clearly the stronger player. The stronger player won.
Yeah, absolutely. So unfortunately, that does bring your run in this tournament to an end. With that being said, I am sure we will see you again. You're still 2-1. Is there anyone you would like to play once this tournament is over?
I have made my call outs in a couple of the other matches that I've done. At this point, I just want to see who comes next.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, we will say goodbye to Will. And we'll bring in today's winner, Mark Menchaca. Mark, you put up a great match. You ran through the 2000s like it was nothing, although I guess you were alive for all of it, I assume. How are you feeling about the match you just played? If you're younger than me, I'm gonna.
I don't believe so. You are right. I was alive for most of those 2000s. So yeah, yeah. I feel really good. I took an early exit out of the tournament last year, going up against Payson. I feel really good, getting at least the round 1 victory, and I was not happy about how last season Warzone turned out for me in both singles and teams, and I'm just ready to get rolling, and I think I'm off to a decent start with 2 matches in for the year, won both of them. So yeah, feeling good.
I 100% agree with what Mark says. I think we're going to make the 27th of April Mark Menchaca Day. I don't want to spoil another match, but he's just on a roll. I feel like this is really good. We talked about this. We said the one category we didn't want is music. And once Will spun it and landed on it, I was like, Mark's got this. And there was a challenge in round 3, but regardless, Mark was like, I feel great, and I think his confidence really shows how well he played today. And I can't wait to see him in the rest of the tournament. I have no idea who he's playing next. I can't wait to see who
I could tell you who it might be. I can tell you the 2 people in the other match. I don't know what order matches, air or film. I don't know things. People don't tell me things. What I can tell you is that you will be playing the winner of the 28 seed Jeremy Potters versus the 5 seed Matt Quaylar. Thoughts on that?
I mean, we want a video store member, right, Matt? We love Matt. That'd be cool. Matt's like one of the most knowledgeable guys, and he's been here since the beginning. I think either way, we'll be happy with who we got. But Mark, I think Matt would be fun to play. Yeah, you haven't actually played Matt before, right?
I haven't played him in singles, or maybe in another universe I did. I don't know, but it should be fun. I think me and Matt actually line up pretty similar. Like we kind of watch the same things. So I feel like if anything, we're gonna get tripped up by the same stuff, and we'll see how that plays out.
Absolutely. Well, we will be seeing you in round number 2 of the tournament. Dylan, final thoughts on today's match.
Yeah, it was a solid match. I mean, I think Will did all that he could. Really, it's just, and you think he played a really good game. despite spending a category that he was not confident in. But Mark just looked scary today. Like, if there was any lingering doubts, I feel like from last season, I think they're all gone now because he played phenomenally. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark missed, I think, one question in this entire match, which that's not really what you want to be up against on the other side. Mark definitely hungry to get back to the tournament run he had in 2020. But with that being said, we will say goodbye to everyone. So on behalf of Dylan Van Thine, Kaleb Boatman, Mark Menchaca, Jake Marangoni, Will Cohen. I forgot Will's last name. It's fine. And everyone else here at Movie Warzone, I have been Cameron Holzman. Thank you all for watching. Have a great whatever time of day it is that you are watching this match.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.